Taurus, this may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Taurus placements in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, dominant in your natal chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for a Taurian. Keep in mind, Taurus, that these messages are general, and not every single message mentioned in this reading may apply to your situation. Take what genuinely resonates and leave the rest. Please don't make any rash decisions based on a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelic-ascensions-tarot.com. Taurus. Happy birthday, Taurus. It just dawned on me. It's Taurus season. Hope you do something special for yourself, Taurians. Keep in the back of your mind, though, as you listen to this reading, Taurus, we're going to go over some topics that might be sensitive. You're not in the headspace to maybe listen to sensitive topics. Take this opportunity to check out of the reading. Otherwise, those of you who are ready to take a deep dive with me, let's get into this. Let's see what might be going on. And you know what? I had some channel messages. Technical difficulties. Athens, Georgia. Their name is a trigger. 809. The number 50. Astrologers. Bronx, New York. Why lie? Song lyrics. The name Daniel. The name Marlene. Crime scene. Who's Terrence? Remain calm. Amazon packages. Headed southwest. The name Montoya. Dang, I need a charger. West Pompano Beach. Happy birthday grimace. Maybe somebody has a grimace on their face. They have a weird expression, or maybe someone is a Cancerian. Maybe you might feel like someone resembles Grimace, the character. LQ. Watusi. The name Shapiro. Where's the title? The name Elijah. Bourbon. AJ. Cleveland, Ohio. Star Wars. It's a distant memory. Tow truck. Barrett. Pull-ups. Bruno. Man singing horribly. Pizza for lunch and dinner. Five Guys. Mia. Scenic Highway. The name Sergio. Shattered glass. Garbled speech. Stop that. Collision Center. The Angels baseball team. Augustus Gloop. I did not see the text message. Do not disturb. They don't respond to your text message. Ring camera. I'm always home. TurboTax. I don't expect them to answer. Go TF home. Let's see what might be going on with you over the next 7 days. Either it's going on with you, Taurus Nation, or going on with someone around you. Highlighted in your reading is a Virgo. There's a Taurus. You could be dealing with another Taurian. Or maybe you have more than one Taurus placement. Seems like there's also an Aries. These might be placements in your chart, or this is someone that might be coming around you. You might be coming in contact with certain individuals. Gemini and Virgo. You might be going to the dentist. Taurus, maybe it's time for a dental cleaning, dental checkup. Someone this week might be coming to communicate with you, or maybe there's someone in particular that you might need to communicate with. It's going to be very important for you to nurture yourself. Seems like you've maybe been neglecting yourself on some level. There's a Leo that comes into your reading, as well as a Sagittarius. Seems like there might be some issues going on with money, maybe stability. And maybe there's something in your life that you're doing, and maybe you might feel like it's not sustainable. So there might be something in your life this week that you might be taking a really good look at. Let's see what's going on with the Taurus Nation. That's interesting. We're going to look at that. I think I already see what that is, but let's pull in some context to see what might be going on with the Taurus Nation. Some of you Taurians are single. Seems like you're very guarded. And people this week might be seeing you as isolated. And like you're intentionally isolating yourself. I don't know what's going on. but it seems like somebody might want to talk. So maybe there's someone that you are intentionally, we talked about text messages in the channeled message. So maybe there's someone that's not returning their message or vice versa. Somebody might look at you and feel like, well, what's the issue with Taurus? Why isn't Taurus, you know, answering me back? That sort of thing. Roller coaster. Maybe some of you are going to an amusement park. Maybe this has something to do with your emotions. Some of you, this has something to do with a relationship. And this is what someone is doing. And this is what something is causing. Maybe it's just your state of mind right down this week. Maybe you feel like you have no sense of stability. Maybe there's some insecurity that maybe you're dealing with. Maybe you feel like something is just out of control in your life and maybe you're needing some sort of direction. You're looking for new opportunities and maybe you feel like those are not coming through. It just feels like you're preoccupied about some things. It seems like maybe you do want to travel. Or there's something that maybe you want to change in your professional life. Taurus. Seems like you're having an issue staying calm this week. Keeping your composure. And maybe it's just because you're indoors all the time. And so there might be a yearning to maybe go outside this week. And maybe that's just a good way of maybe clearing your head. You might be around a lot of animals. Maybe you have pets. Or maybe this has something to do with people that are around you. Maybe these people that you work with. I mentioned to you something or someone you might feel is out of control. And maybe it has something to do with this alpha in your reading. Maybe someone is an alpha male, alpha female type of personality. And maybe somebody this week might be receiving some negative attention from you. Or that's just the vibe. That's the existing vibe between you and someone. It's just like a not so pleasant vibe. I think somebody could be maybe coming across the message. Maybe there's a message that was intended for someone else, Taurus. Maybe you might be getting this message and relaying it to someone else. It could be through text. It could be verbal. Oh, somebody's running their mouth. Okay. I think information is circulating, Taurus. I so want to call you Gemini. Information is circulating. This is either you, Taurus, finding out what someone else said to someone else about you, and you feel like somebody should have said this to your face. Or it's vice versa. Somebody may have felt like, Taurus, you said something, and they're like, well, why couldn't have you just told me this? You, in a nutshell, you might hear something through the grapevine. And it'd be a good idea to kind of let this go. Release it. Don't hold on to this. Something that maybe you might hear about might cause you to become a bit self-conscious. Or this is just you. Fidgety, self-conscious sort of thing. Maybe that's how you feel. Oh, something that you might come across might be something online. Okay. You got to be dealing with a Gemini. Your cards are very similar to what I saw in Gemini. Like I said, you're on the cusp of Gemini and Taurus. Let's see. We talked about who's coming into your energy. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, as far as relationships are concerned. Okay. The moon. You could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Somebody might be demanding. You might look at someone as demanding. Or someone just, you know, maybe somebody snaps their fingers and expects you to respond sort of thing. Taurus, someone's coming across a bit demanding. I think you might have like a love-hate relationship with someone. Whomever this happens to be. Some of you, this is platonic family members. For others of you, this is a love relationship. For some of you, you have a child with this person. Or somebody has a child with someone else and you might be the observer of this situation. Seems like you could be working on a project with someone to Taurus. Seems like somebody might be attracted to you or you might be attracted to someone. Taurus. You might be tempted to take this kind of fast when your guides are saying, be careful about making hasty decisions, especially when it comes to somebody that's in your energy this week. So it might appear to be a long-term situation, but it ends up being a codependent, maybe a little bit of a dysfunctional type of situation. It could. Is not guaranteed to be that, because not all of you will this resonate with, but if it's starting to make sense, listen up. Somebody might be giving you mixed signals this week. And maybe you're not sure if somebody knows exactly what they want. This is what I mean about an emotional roller coaster sort of situation. Some of you, maybe this is somebody that you've already experienced this, and maybe you haven't had any contact with someone for maybe 1 to 6 months in a certain extended period of time. And maybe this is where you might overhear something. Some of you, you're in a third party. And it seems like somebody might come across something online. Especially like if maybe you had feelings for someone, Taurus. Somebody is obsessed. Kind of clingy. Somebody could be clinging to a situation and might not oversee, but you might come across something online. A couple might seem happy. It's a mask, spirit guides say. Something might be a facade. I don't know. Are you shocked to see something? It seems like maybe you are. Maybe you're shocked to hear from someone. I say obsession. Let's look into it. Somebody is obsessed. In whatever area this is in your life. Like I said, if this is someone sending you on an emotional roller coaster, Taurus, this feels like your spirit guides are saying, no, come on, Taurus, pull yourself together. This might not be that type of situation that maybe you thought this was for some of you, or vice versa. You do have someone from your past that could be coming back, Taurus. Like I said, it could be platonic. This could be family members that you've lost contact with, or you're deliberately keeping your distance from certain individuals. Treading carefully. This is you. You're treading carefully in a particular situation because it seems like there's an issue with trust, or you know what someone is capable of centering in truth. Maybe there's some sort of lie, deception, or some certain level of uncertainty. I think you got a complicated relationship that's going on, and yeah, it seems like it's at a standstill. So maybe neither side is budging. No one is making any effort to come forward to try to maybe, I don't know if this is to fix the situation. I'm not sure what the point is with this. I'm not sure yet what you're trying to do, but I do see someone from the past coming back. This feels like for a majority of you, this is an on again, off again situation. Somebody maybe wasn't happy, wasn't settled in a relationship, and maybe somebody was ready to keep their options open. Or maybe something kind of switched and changed. I'm not sure. Like if somebody maybe wasn't feeling the vibe. What is this? Why does something switch? Seems like this is somebody that gets a lot of attention. Yes. You wondered how far this would go. This feels like this already happened. That's why something is complicated. You gave somebody an inch, they took it a mile. Somebody took advantage of you, you might feel. And I think somebody wishes that you would come back, Taurus or cross-watcher. So I see somebody coming back. Just make sure that this is not a game that somebody is playing. Like I said, somebody might be toying with your emotions. And somebody could make sure that you're not a rebound in this situation. Because it does look like somebody might be seeing you, but might be seeing a variety of other people as well. Like I said, whoever this is, and if this is your story, someone is not ready to be settled down. They're not ready to commit to anyone. And this might be something that triggers you. Like I said, you may come across something this week, Taurus, that triggers you. Either you are viewing something, you see something, and it's a trigger, or you hear something and it becomes a trigger for you, potentially. Make sure that this is not like a one-way situation. And I could be talking about a friendship where somebody could be kind of bending over backwards for somebody and somebody's not doing the same for you in return. For some of you, this is a sex-only relationship. Somebody's not looking for more than that. They're not looking for something closer or more permanent. Because it seems like for some of you Taurians, truth be told, you're not the only one that they're seeing. However, for whatever reason, and it might seem a bit odd that you might get a text or a call from someone, just like the channeled messages were saying. Maybe you did send a text to someone, maybe somebody didn't reply, and maybe that just might be you. Like you might perceive this message and you're like, not really. Like you might not really give this a second thought. You know what I mean? Like maybe you're deciding to not answer this person's call, but maybe you did feel like you had a deep connection with something or with someone, and you walked off from a situation feeling a bit disappointed. But like I said, something that you might come across is a trigger to you. It could possibly be a bit disappointing. Or this is how somebody is feeling about you. They feel like maybe you've moved on with someone else. Like it just feels like somebody feels like they made a connection with someone and now somebody's guard is up. Somebody, I told you, they come across as alpha, alpha male, alpha female. You might feel like somebody has an ego issue. Seems like it for some of you Taurians, it's a compatibility factor. But that's not the case for all Taurians, okay? Some of you, you're meeting somebody and maybe you have a chance with this person. But I definitely feel that for some of you, somebody is very persistent. They disappear and then they pop right back up in your life. And it might be that type of situation. Holy Spirit, show me what's going on with Taurus. You might be online dating. Maybe you might meet this person online. Going through something, Taurus. Seems like you might be going through some sort of depression. And maybe this has something to do with your emotions. Up and down. Maybe that has something to do with your money. Maybe you feel like sometimes you can keep money in your hands and maybe sometimes it just seems like you just can't seem to kind of figure out your financial situation. Might be a good idea to declutter your mind or your space this week so that you can stay calm, because I think I mentioned to you earlier, that's something that you might be struggling with, especially this week. For whatever reason. What's going on with Taurus? Might be having some odd dreams. Taurus. You could be connecting with a Libra, a Pisces, or an Aquarius. Okay, if this person doesn't come forth now, Taurus, like this week, it seems like somebody could be doing so possibly within a month from now. Or possibly even on your birthday. Somebody could possibly be approaching you and saying something. Okay. So like I said, be careful of a player that has multiple partners. Unless this is you, Taurus, that's just kind of your thing right now. Maybe you're not looking for something serious. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to be honest with someone if that is the case. Like I said, somebody's toying with somebody's emotions in this situation. And maybe that's not intentional, but like I said, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to be upfront with maybe your intention or vice versa. Just an observation with what I see in the reading, because it looks like somebody, it ends up becoming very hurt as a result of something that could have happened and it could have been handled a different way. Seems like there might be some children that are over, maybe in your energy. Maybe this is nieces, nephews, maybe younger siblings. Maybe you work with children. Taurus. Yeah, Page of Swords. Got the Hierophant. That's you, Taurus. King of Swords is in your reading. This looks very similar to Gemini, like I mentioned to you earlier. And this King of Swords could be a Gemini. Wants to retell me a story here that somebody is in a relationship or somebody's married. Possibly headed for divorce. Something might be on the verge of ending, okay? Because somebody's just not getting along with the person that they're with. And that might lead somebody to come back to you to try to work something out with you. Okay. Somebody might be getting a divorce or whatever. Somebody might feel like the counseling isn't working. It's this sort of thing. That's what I mean about a third party. Goodness, I don't want to bring this up, but this feels like somebody could be doing some sort of separation spells. Maybe somebody doesn't want you and someone together, or this is you not wanting someone else together. Jealousy, or somebody wants what you have, and they're trying to break that up. It causes friction. I haven't yet come across the reason Taurus over and over again. Yeah, some of you are dealing, like I said, you have multiple Taurus placements. What's going on? Why is this relationship looking this? That's what I mean. I'm trying to figure out, is this arguing? Is this... It's like it's due to a third party. I think somebody's ready to cut something off. Or this is maybe an ultimatum that somebody is giving. Like, cut that off. Cut this side situation off. I mean, it seems like somebody is coming in between you and someone, whether it's romantic and platonic, and somebody wishes that somebody would remove a third wheel from the situation. Because it looks like somebody's not over someone. And this is why somebody's coming back. This could be a mention to you, a family member. Maybe this is you and your child. Maybe you and your child have been in separation for whatever reason. And this could be a child coming back. Or this is a parental figure coming back into the, excuse me, confirmation, the life of a child. Somebody pops right back up. Taurus. Somebody that you had your differences with. And I think you've been trying to be, you've been patient with this person. But I think, like I said, you're tired of your emotions being played with. That's what I mean. Just be real. This is you. You don't want a serious commitment. Somebody's really butthurt about this. Because they feel like maybe you weren't honest with them from the get-go. Some of you Taurians could be thinking about counseling. Maybe you could be going to a marriage counselor, or you could be going on an individual basis. Or maybe some old trauma triggers that might be coming up and they might be really grabbing at your attention. Or maybe it's that maybe you might be taking certain people back that you might feel hurt you when you'd rather keep your distance. Let's see what else is going on with the Taurus nation. Seems like you're maybe low on funds. Maybe you're saving for something. Anyway, Taurus, seems like this is a good week to maybe keep your spending in check. Let's see why. This is like you're scared to spend. You might feel like you have to kind of dig into your savings. You're looking for a job, it looks like. Okay. For some of you Taurians, it looks like maybe you're trying to change something in your situation. Change something around. Make something better. And like you're trying to make some sort of improvement when it comes to a financial situation that might be going on. It seems like you have a lot of responsibilities. Maybe this is a lot of things that you're responsible for financially. Or these are other people that are depending on you in some sort of way. It could even be other coworkers. It seems like you got an issue with trust. People are definitely seeing you, like I mentioned, guarded. You're holding back. Maybe you're not someone who opens up, especially at work. It seems like you're very talented at something. Taurus. Okay. Somebody at work is just, I think that's where the obsessed person is, or that's where the obsession is. You could be on some level, Taurians or cross watchers, selling yourself short when it comes to work. You might feel that you're underpaid in some sort of way, or that maybe you don't get paid enough to deal with certain characters. I'm going to call them characters, okay? At work. Let's see who you're working with. Who's in your work environment? It looks like people could be looking at you. People could be coming across your resume or whatever. Taurus. Somebody's a smoker. Somebody smokes or vapes a lot. Let's make it clear. Somebody smokes or vapes. Maybe they play chess. Maybe they play well. We're coming right back to this whole situation with the love relationship. Okay, so if you're looking for work, you're dealing with it. You gotta be dealing with a Gemini. You work with a Gemini. You have a pet, Taurus. Somebody's looking at you. Maybe they're trying to act like they don't. Okay. We talked about obsession. Maybe you're online, or like I said, you're noticing a goofy look from somebody at your workplace. Maybe you're trying to make a decision about your work situation right now. Because it looks like, yeah, thank you. That's exactly what this is. Deception and envy. Somebody's green with envy, Taurus. Somebody might feel that it is you. Or you could be watching this, observing this, or it's vice versa. You owe money to something. It seems like you might owe a balance. And maybe that's something that you're concerned about. Maybe there's need for balance in your work life and in your career. Definitely. It feels like there's a troublemaker at work. And maybe this week you might feel like it's time to maybe look for something better. Only thing is things in your life seem a little bit unclear. Maybe about your living situation and maybe about your money this week. Like I said, money might be a little bit tight this week, Taurus. Maybe you were waiting for some money to come in and maybe it wasn't enough to cover what you needed it to cover. Maybe there's some things that are going on in your life and maybe you feel like the answers are not clear about what to do. It feels like it's what's going on in your mind that could be a blockage for you. Could be blocking your own abundance. Because this feels like this is like scarcity mentality. And maybe you just don't feel like you have enough. And maybe that's what this jealousy is about. Taurus, maybe somebody feels like they can't advance in their career because of the fact that maybe you're advancing in some sort of way. Let's see what's going on with Taurus. It's exactly what this is. Okay, if this is not an adult, okay, at your workplace, this feels like this could be sibling rivalry. Could be going on. But like this green with envy type of situation. Okay, you might, for some of you Taurians, come across some sort of issue at work with someone. It's not a you thing. It feels like it's them. I said, I think you work around some characters. Show me Taurus at work. Spirit guides. What's going on with Taurus? Anyway, it looks like you could possibly find a way to take your finances to the next level. Because it looks like you might be making some choices, some moves at work. Maybe you feel like people are treating you as an outsider. Or maybe, like I said, this is you intentionally maybe distancing yourself. You've got the 10 of Swords here. So I do feel like there could be something going on at work. There could be some sort of work harassment, or maybe this is what's going on at home, or what's going on with you emotionally. This emotional roller coaster. There may be some people at work that might, I don't know, maybe they're observing this. Maybe this is you maybe needing a mental health day off to kind of deal with a personal issue that maybe you have going on. People are seeing you this week as stressed, Taurus. And it feels like it's due to certain situations that might happen that are out of your control. Keep in mind that you have control over your circumstances, the way that you react to certain situations. So just at work or whenever it's situation, especially if this is at work, just from my observation, react appropriately if you can in certain situations. Like I said, something might trigger something that is going on with you, or it's just, I said, misery loves company. It's like, I said, obsessed, weird energy. Somebody with a goofy expression looking at you, paying way too much attention to you, to what you're doing. Why? I'm still trying to establish why. I think, like I said, it's someone that is like making their own personal issues your problem. They're pushing their issues off on you. But it also feels like it's due to certain situations that are going on in your life that, like I said, you feel like you have no control over. You might be tempted to kind of cling to past situations. And that might be the type of energy that you're entertaining. Maybe there's some people at work that take the easy way out. And maybe this is why you're kind of keeping your distance from certain people. I said, you work around some characters. Some people that maybe you'd rather maybe keep your distance from. So again, I see you doing that. But people could be misreading you, Taurus, for whatever reason. It definitely feels like someone is comparing themselves to you, or vice versa. Somebody is looking at you for what you have, or vice versa. Like I said, you could be selling yourself short in some sort of way, or maybe someone else is, and that's their whole issue with you. There is an opportunity that could come in. You might be looking for another position, and maybe there's something that could be something that is a good fit for you, Taurus. And yeah, maybe that's you looking online. Maybe you do something as far as computer programming is concerned. Maybe you do, but I do see a better career opportunity coming in for you. Maybe you have some sort of, maybe you're tech savvy, maybe. Maybe that's some sort of standout goal that you have. But yeah, glass ceiling. I think that there's some sort of blockage here. Or this is someone trying to block some sort of movement, block you from getting some sort of promotion. You could be experiencing some sort of discrimination at work, possibly. It just seems like there's something that might be preventing you from moving forward. And it seems like emotionally, you might be kind of reacting to that. And this could definitely be somebody's negative energy, because trust and believe, Taurus or cross-watcher, I think somebody might be giving you the evil eye out of jealousy. Or you're doing this to someone. Yep, maybe revolution. Maybe this is something that happens over and over. Or this is what's happening to you month after month. Same revolving issue. Maybe it has something to do with credit cards. Revolving debt. Like something rolls around every month and maybe you feel like you don't have enough to kind of cover what needs to be covered. Top of that, I mentioned to you, you might have children around you for whatever reason. Maybe you babysit for a living. I'm not sure, but I see a child throwing a lot of tantrums. Maybe you've been working on something for a while, Taurus. Maybe maybe an idea that you might be coming across this week could possibly be very profitable. And if so, you're getting the green light from your spirit guides to work on this. Balance is going to be needed so balance with your home life or whatever else that maybe you're doing besides working. Your guys are saying go at a steady pace, because it seems like on some level, Taurus, you're kind of running to keep up with the pace. Maybe it's with a demanding work situation, but it definitely feels like it's with your bills. Did I talk about it, Virgo? You're feeling trapped. That's what I mean. Some sort of indecision. Or you feel confined in some sort of way. That might be just because you're indoors. You're being a homebody lately. You feel trapped in some sort of way. Let's make that clear. So part of you might feel stuck. You might feel confined. And maybe you're kind of using old solutions or old ways of thinking to think yourself through something. And your guys are saying maybe it's time to find new ways to move forward. So on some level, you could possibly be reinventing yourself or coming up with a different solution with how to handle something that might be going on in your situation. I said money this week might be a little bit unclear for you. But it seems like there might be a window of opportunity that you might see to kind of fix your financial situation. You might feel like it's a bit risky, maybe what you're trying, but it seems like something could actually work out for you. But it seems like you might have a lot of different choices. I don't know, maybe you are going to the beach. I said, maybe you just need to isolate your energy. You might be going to the pier or whatever. Maybe you are meditating. But it seems like there's a lot of different things on your mind. Maybe you're feeling a bit indecisive. Maybe this is about where to move or if it's time to move, this sort of thing. Something feels like it's up in the air for you this week. And maybe that's why you're feeling the way that you feel. And that's what's going on with your emotions. But yeah, there could be some money that could be coming through, Taurus. You might receive some money. But like I said, money could be a little bit late coming in, or it might be a little bit less than you had expected. Or maybe this is like you might be shopping a lot, overspending in some sort of way. So maybe you might find ways to cut corners when it comes to your spending. Let's see what else might be going on with Taurus. It seems like you might want to get away. I don't know. Maybe you might be going to, I don't know. I was talking to you about spending. Maybe this is a little staycation. Maybe you're going to somebody else's house. Let's see. What's going on with the Taurus nation? What is this with shock? Because this is the second time I saw this. Maybe you might be shocked to see someone. You got the death card. Maybe it's a Scorpio. Somebody pass? Maybe somebody passed all of a sudden for us. Yep. I think so. I'm sorry if that is you going through something like that. You might be having issues with time management. You might feel like you don't have enough time in the day to kind of accomplish certain things. I did say you might be late with certain things. Maybe some of you are late with your period. You might be finding out that you're pregnant. I say something about sibling rivalry. A lot of bickering might be going on with children this week. So maybe you might feel this week, in a nutshell, Taurus, that it's just kind of hard for you to relax. You might have some issues that you're thinking about, okay? Because it looks like in most of the cards you look stressed. Especially when you're trying to de-stress. Like I said, it seems like you might need some time to recharge, but you might feel like other things are going on. Maybe you feel like things are overwhelming. You feel like things at times could be tense, or something that is in your environment could be nagging you. It could be causing you anxiety. I said that just might be that type of week where your emotions are just all over the place. Taurus, you're human. It could be necessary for you to calm down and release the tension. This seems like, I don't know, there's some sort of habit that you're breaking when it comes to some sort of emotional reaction that you're giving something. Yeah. Give yourself the time that you need to deal with something. Either you're in physical pain, you're in some sort of emotional pain, dealing with something. You have a lot of red in this reading. Mentioned Aries. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries. So there's just a lot of anger, a lot of aggression. Yeah, that's what I mean. Escapism. Meditation. It might be very beneficial for you to meditate on some level. It just seems like maybe there's situations that you want to escape from. You want to get out of something. But like I said, it might be kind of necessary for you to find a way to kind of handle something that you're going through, because it might feel like you can't really get out of a situation. You might just kind of have to find a way to relax and face something. Talked about this whole situation with somebody at work that might be trying to block your movements. This person at work that could be possibly trying to compare themselves to you, right? Seems like there's a lot of anger connected to this. So it seems like you could be, like I said, experiencing haters in the workplace, possibly. Even a lot of salt. There's something going on, it looks like, with health. I don't really want to spend too much time on that. Mass confusion. What's this mass confusion situation about? I think you are confused. Chaos. Maybe you might feel like chaos is definitely breaking out. If it's not with you, it might be with family members. There could be a confusing situation. Like I said, chaos, a lot of arguing, a lot. So what this looks like to me, arguing, bickering. But for some of you, this seems like this is energy that's being thrown at you. And that's something that I just didn't really want to get into. But I mean, spirit guides are bringing it up. So I guess let's talk about it. What's going on with this energy that's being possibly thrown at Taurus Nation or Crosswatcher twins? I mentioned multiple times a Gemini. Some of you, maybe this has something to do with a twin flame. Maybe you have twin children. Maybe it's the company that you keep. Maybe it's the company. You see these weird, that's what I mean. Somebody's giving you the evil eye. Do you see that? Green with envy. Maybe there's somebody that you come across this week, Taurus or Crosswatcher, and you can't stand the sight of this person. Or like I said, somebody might feel this way about you, and maybe it is. Maybe it's people that are in close proximity to you. Maybe it's your neighbors. Maybe you have an issue with them. Maybe they're the ones that are giving you this goofy look. Anyway, look into your health. Something could be going on with your blood, or maybe it's time to get some sort of blood work. Maybe done. It's not for everyone. Please do not kind of rush to conclusions when it comes to this. Listen to your intuition. What is your body telling you? Is your body giving you a message? If this is you feeling unwell, maybe it's time to look into your diet. Maybe it's time to look into the things that you're eating or the things that you're putting into your body, because spirit guides are bringing up smoking. I mentioned to you earlier, maybe somebody smokes or vapes a lot. I'm not here to hound you about it. You do what you feel is best for you. But, you know, it's like your guys are saying, if you're experiencing some sort of discomfort with your body, maybe it's time to look into that, because it looks like maybe that's something that you've been thinking about for a while. And like I said, maybe the discomfort has something to do with your teeth. I'm hearing the word molars. What's going on with Taurus? Definitely, it looks like money is on your mind. If something is blocking you, or you feel imprisoned by something, or you may feel the need to protect yourself in whatever way, if that is spiritual protection, if this is emotionally, where you're kind of, you know, pulling back your energy from certain people that you feel are not you know, that are kind of like using your energy, taking you for granted in some sort of way. I see you putting up barriers. You have some sort of obstacle in your energy this week. It seems like you have the ability to move forward. You might feel hurt about something. You might kind of sit with those emotions for a minute, but it seems like you might get back up, Taurus. Something comes up this week that kind of knocks you down or it takes you aback. This feels like your guys are saying, you know what, you still have the ability to reach your goal. It could be that maybe you're feeling a little bit impatient about some sort of obstacle that you might feel is in front of your face. Like I said, don't get too discouraged about it and kind of stay there. It seems like there are solutions. But you'll never see the solution if you kind of stay in this sort of state of mind. Anything else, Holy Spirit, for the Taurus nation? You might be looking for some privacy, Taurus. Maybe this is other people kind of involving themselves in your situation. Maybe you wish that you had more time for solitude. What is this about a contract? Real quick, Taurus, let's look at that. What's going on with this contract? This has something to do with your home. Why all of a sudden I taste oranges. Maybe the color orange is relevant in some sort of way. What is going on with home? Your home life. Maybe some of you could be moving. Maybe you could. What's going on with your house, Taurus? You need a lock for your house? What's going on with, oh, your living situation? Talked about a conflict. So maybe there's something that you're wanting to settle or sort out with your home situation, your living situation. Maybe that's why you're kind of staying away from home. Justice. You have a legal situation. It feels like tied to your home. Some sort of contract. Maybe you're, like I said, maybe some of you are moving. Maybe some of you, there's some sort of breach in contract. Like someone is breaking a lease. Breaking some sort of contract in some sort of way. And maybe it's not literal. Maybe this has something to do with maybe some sort of broken promises. Somebody could possibly be promising you something and maybe they don't come through. By the power of 3x3, Ma'at, deliver justice to me. Okay. It seems like you're going to get some sort of justice in some sort of situation, or justice in a legal situation. Or this is justice in a spiritual situation. 3, that's also Gemini's number. Might be noticing a lot of bug activity around you. Taurus. You're definitely stepping into your purpose. You might be eating a lot of sweets. I promise you something's going on with your teeth. Cavities. Yes. Come on. Somebody wants to see you fall, Taurus. Or like I said, somebody is like preying on your downfall. Why, Taurus? I think you might need to go shoe shopping too. But why? Seems like you're meant to be a blessing to people. Or you're definitely stepping into your purpose. Enlightened. That's who I feel that you are. Or that's what you're moving towards. I don't know. I just feel like for some of you Taurians, I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it might feel like there's just something like you stand out in some sort of way. You definitely been chosen for something specific. And it seems like somebody has some sort of jealousy issue or somebody's offended by, I can't make this make sense. I don't know how to make that make sense, but The cards are basically saying that maybe somebody is trying to, like, this is out of jealousy. Somebody is hoping for your downfall. And for some of you, it's people that are right in your family. Okay, that's it. You're under a lot of pressure, or this is family putting a lot of pressure on you, or maybe on a child. Yeah, you do stand out in some sort of way, Taurus, a cross watcher. Taurus, this could be you amongst the watchers, the obsessed people at work. Or this is people obsessed with maybe what you're doing. Again, you have some sort of unique talent that people admire. But it just seems like there's somebody that just can't stand the sight of you, Taurus, a cross watcher, and they want to ruin what you're doing. We got this card talking about mass confusion, chaos, and that's what it feels like somebody is trying to do. It won't work. Okay, now I get it. This is why Ma'at shows up. This is why justice shows up to your reading. It won't work. Or if this is you doing this to someone, Taurus, it's so similar to Gemini. For some of you Taurians, it's a Gemini that has an issue with you, or you have an issue with a Gemini or a Scorpio. Guards against mental troubles. That's what I mean. Don't give this too much of your attention. Even though you might feel, you might recognize that this is going on in the background. It might be something that's stressing you out or whatever the situation happens to be. Again, this seems like there's a lot of power in calling and summoning your angels. Protection from adversaries. So that's what I mean. Some of you Taurians, you have an adversary. It doesn't seem like you went out of your way to create this type of thing. Some of you. And this just looks like somebody is jealous, like I said, because you stand out in some sort of way, because you're unique. That's what I mean. You might notice it, but don't feed it. Don't give this way too much attention. You get what I mean? Cancer and Leo are signs that are in your reading. This could be in your own natal chart, or this could be a clue into who these individuals are in the background. Okay. All right, Holy Spirit, let's see what's going on with the Taurus. What's the advice for the Taurians? Let me see real quick. Just one more thing. What's going on with the Taurians? What's the issue? The strategist, which you came up as a strategist earlier. So it seems like there's a strategy that you're developing. Every vision has a plan. You're coming up with some sort of game plan. This is money. Yes, to improve a financial situation. This might even be your spirit guides giving you the play-by-play on how to improve something. I had to block someone energetically from trying to send this. Vanishing mirror. You might be noticing somebody is mirroring you. What I mean, imitation sort of thing. Yeah, the universe is your partner. You're receiving some sort of helping hand in your situation. So Holy Spirit Taurus, what is the advice? Archangel Michael is with you now. That's the helping hand for some of you. I mentioned to you, summon your angels if that is something that resonates with you. If not, disregard. Even though you can't see it, I'm actively working on this situation. I'm here helping you. But I mean, you're not dealing with a situation alone, Taurus or crosswatcher, even though it feels like you are. It feels like maybe there's no help in sight. You're receiving spiritual help. So maybe you've already called on your spirit guides to help you with the situation. They're definitely working things through. Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. So we talked about insights, right? Strategies. You know what I mean? Your spirit guides step in to give you the play-by-play. Maybe you have a particular plan. Maybe it's time to rethink or re-strategize on maybe something that you've planned. You know what I mean? Maybe there's something that you are planning on this week, And you might kind of have to not be so fixated on that plan. Things might be subject to change. Taurus. Advice, Holy Spirit, for the Taurus nation. Trust. You have some sort of breathing issue, Taurus. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. This is what I mean. You might start off the week with a particular plan. Maybe even you started off the year with a particular plan. Things are definitely subject to change. You know what I mean, Taurus? If you see something like that happening, don't go directly. I don't know. I can't tell you not to go directly into panic mode. And, you know, you're human. You're going to react the way that you need to, or the way that you know, kind of feel fit at the moment. Emotions are emotions, but again, do the best that you can to try to redirect your emotional situation so that you can think clearly and come up with a strategy that works. This is it. It's time to take action now. I will be here to help you every step of the way. You see what I mean? You're not doing this alone. Divine timing, perfect timing, doors being opened up. Again, we talked about something being blocked in the beginning. Excuse me. In some instances, like I mentioned to you, someone is trying to block something for you. In some situations, it's not that. It's just that that's the way that it is. You feel stuck, trapped, bound. But it may have had something to do with the timing of a situation. Now that divine timing has stepped in, whatever blockages were there, keeping you from moving forward, now you might see that, okay, now I see a clear direction. Right? You see how she's pointing? Like now you know. Now you know exactly what to do because you've developed a strategy or you've listened to your guides to maybe hear what these messages are. So just be on the lookout for this because it definitely feels like your spirit guides are going out of their way to try to say something to you. But it could be due to your emotional state that maybe that could be a blockage. You know what I mean? To kind of hearing these messages. You'll never hear the message in this sort of state of mind. You know what I mean? Though you might feel this for a minute, Taurus, don't stay there all week. You know what I mean? You're not really trapped. You have the ability to move forward. Even if this is a financial situation that you feel like is just completely over your head and you feel like you can't solve it, it looks like you have the ability to gather together the money that you need to be able to solve whatever this dilemma is that's so perplexing and on your mind. Like I said, maybe it has something to do with patience. Talked about that at the beginning of the reading. Maybe there's a goal that you have and maybe you're feeling a little bit impatient for this to happen. That, Taurus Nation, this concludes your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions. Will you post Gemini live? Yes, I will. It doesn't surprise me. The Tarot Destroyer is here in the Taurus reading. He himself has Taurus in his chart. With that, Taurus Nation, this concludes your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions. Thank you so much for deciding to spend this time with me, Taurus. If this reading resonated with you, give this video a thumbs up. Consider subbing to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. Have a beautiful, blessed, and productive week, Taurus Nation, and a beautiful, happy birthday month. I'll see y'all again in the next one. Peace out, Taurus Nation.